Listen, I want zero conflict.
You're over the drama.
Yeah, and Tamara's like, well, that's not good TV. I'm like, kind of is. So when Vicki's happy, everybody's happy. When Vicki's miserable, everybody's miserable. So
I mean, it's nice. Going with the weird family.
That's my opinion! Emily, are you ready to whoop it up? Because this marks our first podcast episode of Housewives Nightcap. And naturally, we had to have the OG of the OC, the one that started it all.
If you're watching this and it's happy hour, guys, grab those glasses and get them filled because it's time to give a warm welcome to none other than our girl, Vicki Gunvalson, the OG of the OC.
thank you. Thank you for having me on, ladies. You guys are still kicking it, right?
We're
Good.
still
We
kicking
love
it.
you.
Good. Good.
And we're whooping it up every chance we get, as you would want us to do.
Absolutely. Don't let me down.
Gotta say, you didn't let us down this season because you made your return. You made your return to the OC.
Tamara and Shannon both had asked me to come back on a little bit. I'm like, I feel like a has-been. I don't want to come on and be like just a toe in there. If I'm going to come on, I want to come on full time. So I decided to do it. It was a little bit uncomfortable because I didn't know what was going on the whole season. So I couldn't jump into, oh, I'm on her side, his side. And as I've gotten older, I really don't have the energy to fight, but that's what this show is kind of demised from. You have to stand up for yourself and do all that. So it was hard for me. I did my best. Y'all probably saw Cancun. I literally had to walk away from the table because it got so uncomfortable, and I don't like that in real life and even on filming. I just can't. I don't have the stomach for it, and I don't want to be around it. So to me, negative energy in is negative energy out, and I don't like it. So I removed myself from it, and I was glad I did.
Do you feel like, Vicki, stepping away from the show, you found like a new kind of version of yourself? Because I feel like old Vicki would have been in it and like stayed at the table, probably taking a shot. And
probably, that's a good question because I didn't know why everybody was so mad at Heather. So I couldn't jump on the bandwagon, and I like Heather. So for me, it was like, why would I side with this person or that person? I don't know what happened. So I will stand up for myself again if something is coming at me that is not truth, but I can't defend somebody when I don't know where it's coming from. So
right.
That was the hard part for me. Is hindsight, I won't be a toe in. It's all in or nothing. It wasn't right. It was something that I created. Now I'm coming in like a has-been old lady. Like I'm not going to do that. No. Not doing that.
You're not a has-been.
We're not. Yeah, you're not a has-been.
I know, but it was like, why am I not on full time? And so
you
now
should be.
You want to use me for, things, but it wasn't. It just was uncomfortable because I wanted to be all in, and I've always been all in with everything I do, and that was the hard part for me. Is why am I doing this?
Lauren agree on this. We both think you are so entertaining, and we both want you back. I think you coming back was one of the most entertaining episodes of the whole season.
Oh, funny. It was funny when I surprised the girls. They had no idea. I actually talked to them like the day before. They're like, come to Cancun. I'm like, I'm working. And no, I'm not going to Cancun. And then at the very last minute, I was able to say, okay, I'll go for a few days, So they'd already been there, and that's what I thought. I'll just surprise them.
It was so good. You the door opens and it's Vicki, and it's so good.
Yeah,
Vicki. Okay, so a lot of fans, just like Emily and I were saying, we loved having you back. We would love also for you to be back full time. If you were given that opportunity, would you go back full time, or was this season too hard for you?
No, it wasn't hard at all. This season was easy. Look at this split. I mean, I went in and I went out. I was not involved in any of the chaos. I like all the girls on the show. I know they're interviewing now for new girls because I was over at the Coda Club the other night, and this girl's like, I think I'm going to be chosen. I said, for what? And she's like, I think I'm going to get on the Housewives. I'm like, okay. Okay. And her husband's like, we have a normal life. I'm like, probably won't get chosen. So, it's, they're always interviewing for new, fresh faces. And that's the hard part. For me, who still has a life ahead of me. There's a lot that's gone on this last year in my life that the viewers haven't been able to see. So I do it through my social media as best as I can, but there's still a lot of me left, and I'm not done yet. My daughter lives out in Oklahoma, has 4 kids now. She's got, 5 sheep and 18 chickens, and you know, she's got an incredible life.
God.
So I'm going to go out there next month, and it'd be cool for the viewers to see her life now. And Michael's out
Right.
of San Diego, and it's like life has evolved in these last few years since I've been out full time, and it's a cool life. Like we're cool people, we're good people, you know.
Right.
So and we do have drama, we do have chaos, but I would have to be on my terms, and
Yeah.
that means financially too, you
The
know.
right price,
So
baby.
I'm
Show
not going to
us
go
the
back
money.
down. Well, I'm not going to go back down. I mean, I left at a certain number. Either you bring that number back, or what's the
Right.
point? I'll just keep
Got it.
doing what I do here. And I
Right.
feel like I don't need them as much as they need me. There has to be a voice of reason and a strong, successful businesswoman that still can have fun and still can whoop it up. And we got this Trace and Mega show. We're going strong. We sold out on the 16th in November. Now they opened up the 15th. We're going to tweak some of the words a little bit, but all in all, you know, we're having fun, the girls and I, and it's good. And I would love for the viewers to see our show. And
I did.
Wait, I'm obsessed with the movement too.
you
Oh
know,
yeah,
you know, I
The
know.
thrust forward, Vicki.
I know. It's like, geez, where did we come up with this shit? I'm like, my son's like, really, Mom? I'm like, I know, Michael, just
go with it.
Just, you know, most of the time my kids are like this, really, Mom? It's like, what are you doing now? You know, like just, I'm having fun in life, you know, I'm having fun.
Now, would your boyfriend, because I know you have said in the past that, you know, he's more of a private person. So if you did come back to the show full time, I know a lot of fans would want to know more about your relationship with him. Would he be open to that?
I don't know. So
Okay.
there's no, you know, when he first started dating me, it's like every guy that's ever been on has been crucified. I'm like, you're right. Pretty much they have. So he has no desire to be crucified. I mean, it's not his show, it's my show. I don't even know. I haven't had the conversation with him yet because I mean, he supports me and went to BravoCon with me last year, or this year. He's going to BravoCon. Last year he didn't.
Ooh, we're gonna get to meet him.
Is this the
Gonna sell
Texas guy or is this
merchandise.
someone else?
I got him going to work.
You gotta go into- Wait, yeah, this is the Texas guy, right? That has
Yeah.
You're still with him. Okay. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yes,
He
he's
sounds cool.
It'll be 2 years in January. We're zero drama. We love each other immensely. And he just moved into Kodo. So he moved into my house, and we are looking at what are we going to do now? I mean, he was not, you know, people that live in Newport don't like to go over the bridge. They think like we're going into another state. And like, it's only 25 minutes away. It's good. But he met some really cool men at the club, and he's golfing and playing cards at night. So he's getting into the country club lifestyle, which he's always been in, but he was living in Texas, and so he lost some connections with some of his guys, and he's got some new friends, and it's easy. We're a really cool couple because we have fun together, and he loves me immensely, and I just keep saying, don't lie to me, don't cheat on me, you know, don't hurt me. So he's like, I got the message. You know, like the last ones thought they got the message, but they didn't.
Hey,
So-
Vicki, third time's the charm, right?
Right. I just am not a flipper of men. I just stay. So with Don and I, unfortunately, I did leave him. And that was a lot of maybe a bad choice at the time, but I was in it, and we weren't having fun together anymore, and it was too much conflict. So for me, I'm like, I'm out. But the last two, Brooks and Steve, I really was committed to them, and I didn't want to have a new boyfriend. I didn't want to show my grandchildren somebody new. I wanted to be that woman that went through the tough times together. And, you know, so Michael has the same viewpoint. He's got a very good, strong, his daughter works for me now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
She's
cool.
in the office over there. Yeah, I brought her in as an operations specialist, and so she got licensed, and she's really doing well. So really proud of her. She's 29, and it's kind of nice to have, you know, somebody that I could trust, you know, in the business also.
Do you guys?
I love to see this.
Yeah, I love to see that too. Have you guys talked about like getting married? Is that
We have, and then also it's like, do we need to be married to be committed? You know, I always feel like, you know, the ring helps, you know, but it didn't help with Steve. He was cheating on me while I had a ring on. So, you know, that that really
Right,
doesn't matter.
right.
But yeah, I mean, we would always do, I'm a prenup, post-nup, nup girl. He's got his money, I've got my money. And I don't feel like we'd have to ever commingle because he's good. He's financially very secure. So I wouldn't get married for any money reasons. I would get married for the commitment. It's much harder to break up when you're married than it is when you're just dating, right?
Right.
We need
So
Vicky's love tank to be full.
I
We
love
need
my
it to
love-
be
That's what we
full.
need.
I love my love tank filled.
We love a filled love tank.
And
So
I'm
Vicky, going back to the
happy.
Trace Amigas.
Wait, what is she
Yes.
saying? Hold on.
I just
sorry.
said I'm
Wanted to
happy,
get it
and
out. Okay, you are
I'm
happy.
just happy, and the happy's good. So when Vicky's happy, everybody's happy. When Vicky's miserable, everybody's miserable. So
Well, we love to see
It's
you happy
true.
then. We love to see you
It's
happy.
true.
Okay, Emily, what were you saying? Sorry.
Sorry,
Trace Amigas.
Vicky's face was covered with the thing, so that's why I didn't see that she wanted to talk. Okay. So anyway, going back to the Trace Amigas, I feel like you guys have really hit your stride. You have the Instagram page, you have the live shows, and now Shannon obviously has had this incident with the DUI. So how is she doing? Have you been in touch with her?
yeah, I've been in touch with her every day. We just got off the phone. She's doing good. She's taking ownership of it. She's getting some help treatment, but she is one incredible woman. She's taking ownership of this. The ironic thing is Shannon doesn't and hasn't drink and drive. She is an Uber girl. She spends a ton of money a month, but that night it was an unfortunate situation. Shannon had been out with some friends and she might have had one too many and then went to go try to find her phone. She thought she left it at the restaurant. So she got in her car because she couldn't call an Uber to find her phone because she didn't have her phone. So it was just a very unfortunate, quick, wrong decision. And she's owning it. She's going to take full responsibility. She's already made restitution with the little garden wall that she hit. And, she's, I'm so proud of her. I mean, I've hugged her and loved on her. And I said, you know what? Accidents happen. This is an accident. You take ownership of this, you get in front of it. And she's doing all of that, not just because of me. She knew she had to do that. She's a public figure. And I'm just so super proud of her. I mean, she is totally saying, I messed up, give me what I need to do to make restitution and I'll do it.
Which is so important. And that's important for the fans to see too,
Yeah.
because I know a lot of
Mhm.
fans are kind of pointing fingers at maybe John. Like, is John not a good influence on her? Were
It's
they
not
working
John's
up?
responsibility if she drinks too much. It's her responsibility. And so
Right.
I do not point fingers at anybody but Shannon. Shannon is responsible for what she puts in her body. It's just an unfortunate situation. So a lot of people want to blame John, blame her. You can blame everybody. You can blame the planner that it was in the wrong place. At the end of the day, Shannon drank, she got in the car and she drove. She knows that was the wrong thing to do. So now we have to rally behind her and say, you know what?
Are the most loyal group.
Yeah. We love on each other. And you know what? We have to tweak some of the songs a little bit. We're gonna incorporate what just happened to Shannon, but it's going to be okay because people drink, people can have fun. You just don't get behind the wheel ever.
Right,
So,
exactly.
she
And
knows
it's a
that.
good 100%.
So
So
she
Vicky, are we
knows
gonna see a Trace Amiga show in Vegas or is that too soon? Like
We've got Dallas, Miami, let's see, Chicago, Vegas. We actually were going to do a show during BravoCon and it just didn't work out. So we'll
Ugh.
probably be back in Vegas. But it's gonna be fun. We got we're gonna do a holiday show. We're gonna dress like little elves. So it's going to be fun. My brother Billy, those of you listening, everybody loves Billy. He's going to be selling at the BravoCon booth. I'm so excited about that. He's going to be selling the Trace Amigas merchandise. So that's exciting. And a lot of the girls love Billy. So he's excited. He's going to be taking pictures with everybody. So it's good.
I remember Billy. He's very sweet.
He
Very
is
funny.
very, very
He's
sweet.
so
Well,
funny. He's the funniest person ever. He's the
Oh.
funniest person.
Well, Emily and I will make sure we go to the booth and say
We
hello
will
to
absolutely
Billy.
visit Billy at the booth.
Please
Wait,
do.
speaking of BravoCon, we found out just last week or a week ago that you are going to get a very big
I know.
honor.
I know. I started crying. When Andy started saying that, I don't know if you guys looked at Watch What Happens Live that night.
We
But he
did.
said in November we're going to announce da 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 da. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then, then all of a sudden they said, so we chose you. And I'm like, I thought you were announcing it in November. So I was all confused. I'm like, what did I win? And my son's like, Lifetime Achievement Award. Vicki, Mom, that's not even an award. I'm like, I think it is. I think it's a real thing.
It is.
So
The Lifetime Achievement Award going to Vicki G. I couldn't think of anything more deserving at
thank
BravoCon.
you. I'm excited about it. I got to prepare my speech. I have my dress. I have a long
Ooh.
lavender sequin dress I'm going to wear, but I'm
Ooh.
excited about it. You know, it's Andy and I have always had a really special relationship because when we started, we were like, he was a kid and I was an older kid. And it's like through these years, he's just gone and become so successful, and I'm so proud of him. So for him to acknowledge me as that, I'm just so grateful, so thankful and grateful.
Reminding me of that scene for your birthday where you had a red dress on and you walk out and you're like, hello, it's my birthday.
Nobody was noticing. I
But
was
at
like, coming out like,
BravoCon, we're all going to be cheering. That is not going to be the case.
I know. Hello.
Hello.
So I'm excited. So that's going to happen, I think, on a Watch What Happens Live special, which means none of my family can be there for it, but hopefully they'll pipe in some live TV and they can watch it. So that's cool for me.
Do you
I'm
know
excited.
what your key things you're gonna say in the speech? Like, have you started? Knowing you, I would imagine you have already started to write it down.
So I'm a very big note taker.
Great.
So when I'm driving or pausing in life, and you know, I don't watch TV very much, so I'll get my phone out and I'll write notes. Like, I want to go back in time when Scott Delknapp came over and said, you know, I want to film your real life. I'm like, it is so boring. I work and I take care of the kids and I cook dinner. He's like, okay, you understand this is not normal in Coto de Casa. Most of the women have chefs and they work out, they don't work, and they go to doctors and they get their Botox and they're working. And I'm like, who has time for that? So he's like, okay, we have a show here. We're going to surround you with women that don't work. Gina Keogh did at the time, but the rest of the women didn't. And it became a show. So, and then when they added on of Orange County, and I called Gina, I said, we're screwed. I think they're going to add another franchise. And she goes, no, there's only one. There's of Orange County. And I said, you watch. And so here enough, 2 years later, they did New York and then New Jersey and Miami and Atlanta, all the different franchises. So, I wouldn't be selling insurance today for a living 9 hours a day. If I would have known that now, I would have franchised and made my little mark in there. I have an EP that I could get residuals on everything.
Looking back, because we do have all these tapes, it's all on Hulu, it's on Peacock, we can watch back anytime we want. Is there one specific moment that really stands out to you that's like, oh my God, that was by far my favorite moment filming Real Housewives of Orange County?
Well, my kids are now 38 and 37. They were 18 and 17 when we started. When I look back on my best moments, it was being a mom, taking them to cheerleading, sending Michael off to college, surprising him. Like, life was so different then. My whole life was revolved around my kids. Now I call them like, we can't talk right now. I'll call you back. Like, I'm your mother. Call me back right now. And I remember my mother saying that to me, like, you're too busy for me. But my daughter's busy. She's got a home-based business, and she's got 4 kids and a beautiful family. And sometimes I can't get a hold of her and it makes me sad, but I remember it's the songs about, growing older and having your, what's the Trace Atkins when the plumber's there and all that. What's that song? How
I just interviewed him.
By so fast.
Yeah, he's
right.
so good.
So incredible. So I look at that. Those are my best times when there was no drama, just being family. And I wanted to showcase to the world at that time, if this did go to the world, like, what's it like to raise children under the spotlight and, be a mother.
Yeah.
Being a mother is my greatest joy. Now
is
being
it
a grandmother.
The songs You're Gonna Miss This, right?
That's
Atkins,
what it
You're
is.
Gonna Miss This.
Yeah. So I tell Brianna all the time, dogs barking, phones ringing, just enjoy it. So it goes by fast, you guys. Life goes by fast.
It
and
really does.
Put a pause on it for some time. I want to just enjoy every day as if it's a gift, and so that, I think that's my favorite times, is when we didn't have to create drama to create a good show.
Right. You guys were just classically funny. Like, you weren't the family van. You were not trying. That was.
And I was like, why is Bravo here at 6 a.m. while we're going to LAX airport? Why are they filming this? This is not a big deal. We're just getting everybody up. We're putting all the suitcases in the limo and we're taking off. And then That's one of the best
And then
moments.
Van showed
Best
up.
moments. Vicki,
Don
do you
kept
have
saying, calm down, calm down. I'm like, I am not calming down. I ordered a limo, stretch limo with mimosas and bagels and what? It's a blue family van. Nothing against family vans. It's not just what I ordered. So
your
yeah,
cute 2.5-week cruise, 6 people, and they sent a
beds.
family van.
I know. I brought Michael Brand got to bring a friend. Wasn't I a good mom? All of the
Yeah.
expenses paid. I did that all by my little insurance salary. And we went to Rome and Italy and France and all those places. But those moments are classic. So
I love that people are also like noticing it, like new generations are reliving it on TikTok now. Like they're
Oh, are they?
you know, as much as we want you on the show,
I don't
this
do
is why you
TikTok.
remain the OG. Like
I don't do TikTok because I can't keep up with
Okay,
everything. It's like
okay, well, you're all over
Facebook,
TikTok, just so you
Instagram,
know.
my website.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with everything.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Vicki,
on
when
it.
you look back on your time, you've had so many joyous, hilarious moments, also heartfelt and like more intimate that you've shared with us. But what is your biggest regret?
I think when I look back on some of the moments with Brooks, you know, I love that man. I brought him from Mississippi to California. I was all in. He treated me like gold. I mean, he was just such a Southern gentleman. My regret is ever introducing him to the cast, and they were horribly vindictive. I mean, whether he had cancer, didn't have cancer, people wanted to say I was in on a scam. Well, scammers win something. What did I win? Nobody can answer that question. You know, I didn't benefit at all. I lost my integrity, almost my insurance business. I lost hundreds of thousands of dollars on him because I was supporting him. So that was a horrible time in my life that really almost lost my practice. I had to go up to Sacramento and meet with the Department of Insurance and say, here's the text messages from him saying, I have cancer, leave me alone. So I just supported a man I loved as anybody would, right? So that was a bad time in my life. And, you know, everybody knows I left my husband for him. And we had been, you know, having marriage problems and we were semi-separated. But when I met Brooks, I was like, oh my God, he is the man I've been searching for my whole life. And it ended up being the worst decision of my life. So that's the worst time of my life, that snapshot of, you know, 4.5 years being with him. The first year and a half were cool. And then it just sloped down. And I never talked to him since. I have no idea what he's doing. I know he got married right away, but
You got married?
I did
he got
not
married
realize
right
that.
away. And
Oh.
Steve got married right away too.
Which we knew
I knew
that.
about
That
2
was
months after,
ridiculous.
like, we broke up, he asked her to marry him. It was like, what? I still got my ring on. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
that was so.
that is
Such a
That was
loser.
gross. That was
It was
gross.
so gross. And he went through this is the grossest part of him. He went through all my Instagram followers and asked people to follow him. So if anybody out there is following Steve Lodge, you have to disfollow him.
You got to block them.
Asked them to follow him, and now his followers are growing up. And he puts himself as a public
Ew.
figure.
Ew.
A public figure of what? What is he a public figure of? Dating
Being
me?
a stupid
Like literally
jerk.
nothing. No one cares about
It's a
Steve
classic
Lodge.
narcissist. So he got
Ew.
married. She's going to learn the hard way. I mean, she's the 5th one, so let her enjoy her 14 seconds of fame with him. She thinks he's rich and famous. He's neither one.
He's not. Yeah.
No,
So
you're rich
that
and
was a
famous.
tough-
Yeah,
that was a
Vicki,
tough
you're
one.
the one that's rich and famous, not Steve.
Well, what is he a public figure of? Somebody tell me. Loser.
Loser.
That's hurtful. Brooks was hurtful. Those are tough times on filming the show. You know, we had an engagement party on the show. It's like, when Tamara ended up in the bushes, remember that?
Oh my God. So funny. That
It's like,
part
what
was
is she doing in
good.
the bushes? This is my party.
Classic,
It was fun.
classic Tamara. Wait, before we
fun.
let you go, I do want to ask you because you just brought up Instagram and I just interviewed Emily Simpson the other day and she told me that you still have her blocked.
No,
on
we tried to
Instagram.
unblock each other when we were in Cancun. We couldn't figure it out.
But she's still blocked.
No, we went to the block. She was not on there. Her
Oh,
and I tried together.
okay.
I'm going to try to get some person that knows it better than me because we tried to search each other. I couldn't do it. I love Emily. I have no reason to block her.
Okay,
I
at
just
BravoCon,
unblock her.
Vicki, Emily and I, this Emily, we'll figure it out. We'll take your
Please
phones.
do.
We'll make sure you guys are not
We're
blocking
we're
each other.
going to get in there. We're the
I like
detectives.
Emily. I have no reason to block her.
Okay, well
there's
then that's
there's no
good.
conflict there. Listen,
Okay.
I want zero conflict.
You're over the drama.
Yeah. And Tamara's like, well, that's not good TV. I'm like, It kind of is. Everybody's over
Tamara's
it.
in there this
Tamara
season.
is,
She
oh
is
my
in
God,
there.
she is
Gotta
stirring
love
the
her.
pot.
Gotta
But I
love her.
loved
She
it.
she came in with fire. So
The Amigas are on fire. So
I know. So it's fun. So anybody listening, you have to watch our Instagram when we're going to be out there. And it's
we'll be there.
funny.
Front
Some of
and
the
center.
people that have gone to the show have emailed me or said afterwards, it is one of the funniest shows ever because we don't know how to sing and dance. And still, I got a choreographer trying to teach me the box step, and I don't know how to do it. I mean, I tried. You know, Shannon's the best. I'm probably the second, and Tamara and I are probably second and third. We just don't know how to do it, but we're learning. We hired a choreographer to help us.
That is
I
amazing.
did cheerleading in high school. I never danced, so you know, it's funny. It's good though. It's good fun. Everybody needs to learn to like let loose, have fun, and just stop taking everything so serious in life. You know?
And what most importantly do we need to do? We just need to keep whooping it up.
Whooping it up.
Yeah, in a controlled manner. Always in a controlled manner.
Keep it
Yeah,
controlled,
Tequila
ladies.
never hurt
Yeah.
anybody.
Yes.
It's good. It's good. It's all good. Everybody just keep doing the right thing and having fun. Surround yourself with good people, and it's all good. Right?
Aw. We love you, Vicki. Thank you for taking the time to chat with us on our
you.
first podcast
First
I
episode.
know
episode.
I'm going. I have to go see Patty Stanger now.
Okay,
Oh,
Go
you're
see
so busy,
Patty.
booked and busy. Okay.
Client
Give us a
files
whoop
to
it up.
see if they want to help me with all my client files. I'm bringing them in the car, working.
Whoop it up,
Aw.
Vicki. Give us a whoop it up. Come on.
Okay, see you guys. Oh,
Whoop it up.
woo! You're
Woohoo!
like, what are you doing in there? Okay, thanks, you guys.